Okay, hello everyone. Here is my review of the Sign Warehouse Endurpress. Basically, it's a cheap knockoff of the Fusion, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front, it does not have not even half of the stuff that the Fusion has. So I'm not going to give you my final opinion on this just yet at the beginning of the video. So it's pretty big. I was having a hard time. It's a lot bigger than my other press. It's a 16 by 20 with the pull out caddy, and I'll show you that here. As you can see, it swings out, and you can pull your caddy out. This is how they send it to you. So I guess these can be replaced. Another user recommended that you get the slip covers. I'll do that. So when you order this, you'll need some slip covers. I'm still trying to find a good place to buy those at an affordable rate. Stahl sells them for like 50 bucks. I'm not sure I want to spend that on this just yet. Okay, so push the door back in and swing it out, and I'm going to show you some of these settings here. So this handle here basically just is what you use to swing the press open. I noticed mine came with a little scratch. And by the way, it wasn't shipped very well. The box was falling apart. I took pictures of that, so let me see if I can show you that real quick. Okay, so here's the picture of the box. It was falling apart, and as you can see, the styrofoam was completely broken, and that was considered the top of the press, I believe. Here's another image showing you more how the styrofoam was broken. So it wasn't very packaged very well, and this is a pretty heavy item. They really should be putting it in more sturdy boxes. Okay, so yesterday when I received the press, I did not find an instruction manual, so I was freaking out just a little bit. I had called and left Sign Warehouse a message. I did not hear back from them, but because I'd already been in contact with the manufacturer on getting the full details of this press, I sent them an email asking if they could send me a manual, and because they are in China, it's probably close to a 24-hour time difference, I believe, and I knew it would be a bit before I'd hear from them, but they did eventually email me the manual, and today I got an email from Sign Warehouse as well with the manual, which is nice. But what I didn't notice until late last night was Sign Warehouse does put a sticker with the barcode for you to scan, so you can pull the manual right up. And it's going to be located on the back of the press where the pressure knob is, and I'm zooming into it, and there you can see it right there. So you will have access to the manual. Okay, so here's the base. Somebody had asked about the base, if it was pretty sturdy, and yes, it's heavy. It's very sturdy, as far as I can tell. Excuse all the dust. But again, this is the slide out part. Okay, so we're going to get into how to turn it on in the LCD display. You turn it on from the back. And this, by the way, you can see, is where you adjust the pressure. It's a knob on the back. Here's your LCD. Basically how to work this thing, it's not really complicated. Haven't figured out the reset button yet, but when you want to set your temperature, you just click on the set button once and you adjust your temperature using the up and down buttons. So like if I wanted to turn it down, I can. Now the bad thing about this is with most heat presses there is a stopping point where you can't turn your heat up any higher. I noticed with this one, you watch, and it just keeps going. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even know how high it goes, but I know in the manual that they instructed to never go past a certain heat, and I think it was 485 if I remember correctly. So this is why I wasn't sure how to work this thing, because when these numbers were flipping and kept going higher and higher, I expected a stopping point at its max temperature. I assumed it was the timer, and it is not. So I'm going to just put it back down to my normal 380 because I do a lot of phone cases. And you can hold it down and it'll flip through it. Buttons are a little hard to press. Okay, so then once you do that, then you hit the set button again right here. And this is your seconds. So as you can see, it's 45. You can up it, down it, and then just hit set, and there you go. And now I believe this little indicator right here, that little thing right there, sorry, is telling you that it's now warming up. So I'm not sure how long it takes exactly. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and see how long it took to warm up to my 380. Be right back. Okay, it's been 10 minutes and it's gotten to it was about 280 something. And you can see it's still crawling. I would probably say that it'll only take 15 minutes to get to the 380 degrees, which isn't bad. And but the hotter you set it, I'm sure a little bit longer it'll take. So I will check back in another 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been a total of 15 minutes and it's only at 354, so I was wrong. I'll give it another 5 minutes and see where we're at. Okay, so it's been approximately total of 18 minutes, and as you can see, it's actually getting a little hotter than what I set it to. So a little bit of inconsistency right there. I can deal with a few degrees on and off. Now you see it's knocking itself back down. And also, if you notice, that little icon that said heating up is gone. It's flashing. There we go. See it? So that must have told it to come back down, I'm assuming. Okay, so now I'm going to take my heat gun and get some readings on it. Okay, so I took a reading on the center of the heat press and it registered at 379. And I did the far left corner of the heat press and it registered at 378. Okay, so that first reading was the center of the platen. Second reading was the far left corner right there. I'm going to do this far right corner. And it's registering at about 374. Now I'm going to do the far right back of the heat press. And that registered about 371. Okay, so I can't get to the left corner of it right now, but I'm going to show you a reading as I'm doing it. There's the readings. So, there we go. So it looks like it's a little inconsistent within 10 degrees, which I could probably deal with that for myself, honestly. Others may not be able to. Okay, and this is what the bottom of the platen looks like. Okay, just try to zoom in for you. Okay, I'm going to press this Unisub bag tag here. I've got the paper face down, and it's a double-sided Unisub. I'm going to place my protective paper over, push the tray in, which you're supposed to use a handle right here, and swing the door back. I'm doing it for 400 for 50 seconds at a good medium pressure. I know it recommended 45 seconds, but I don't know if you can see, but the 45 seconds came out a little blotchy. So I did another round where the 50 seconds came out better. Good medium pressure, took me a second one-handing it to pull the handle down. Okay, lift. Sorry about that. Swing away. And my paper came off. I'm going to pull this out. And I'm going to hurry up and peel this paper away as quickly as possible so we don't get any shadowing. And it looks pretty good. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I've been doing lots of bag tags here. And I don't have a jig, so I've decided to step it up and do 6 at a time. Got my protective paper over. I'm going to push drawer back, swing, and push down. I bumped it back up to 45 seconds because it was getting a little too hot. I needed more pressure, I found out, so I gave it a little more pressure and bumped it down to 45 seconds, which is the recommended setting, and they're coming out awesome now. Alright, it's done. Swing my plate around. Pull my drawer back out. That's the convenience of the drawer, is so that you don't have to, you can pull it out and work with whatever's on there without burning yourself. I'm going to take these off. There you go. my mind on which one I wanted to do. And there you go. I probably could have done more, but I'm just choosing to stick with 6 at a time. Okay, so what doesn't the Endurpress have that the Fusion has? It doesn't have the touchscreen technology, which allows you to program the unlimited number of frequently used application settings, such as, if you wanted to, set a timer for phone cases, and then also set a timer for shirts. It doesn't have the auto and off settings and optional different languages. In fact, in the Endurpress manual, they recommend that you unplug it when you're completed with your projects. It doesn't have an optional quick change platens, so and the Fusion does have quite a few different ones of those. And it doesn't have the twin timer, allowing users to preset individual time settings for two-step application. There could be a lot more differences. These were the major ones that I noticed right offhand. So, in conclusion of my review, I've only had the press for 24 hours. With that being said, I really think I need much more time with this press before I know if I'm going to be 100% happy with this purchase. I think for my initial evaluation of Sign Warehouse's Endurpress, it seems to be pretty nice for the $590 price. If you're wanting the Fusion based on the saved programmable times, the auto on and off, and the changeable platens, then I would recommend saving your money and buy the Fusion. But if you're simply looking to upgrade to a bare press and or with a swing away option, then buy the Endurpress. Bonus, you get that nice pull-out drawer, which makes it really awesome so you don't burn yourself. And at this time, guys, as much as I would like to be able to recommend or not recommend this heat press, I can't. I haven't had it long enough. But I will promise to update this review in 30 to 45 days with my full recommendation, or non-recommendation. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch the video, and I hope it's helped you guys some.